ChannelCon 2025. This is GTIA's first official event since separating from CompTIA. Dan Wensley, the new CEO, and his team did an incredible job. It's the first event, ChannelCon, that I've ever been to. As an MSP, we didn't join CompTIA. Some great things happening there, really well attended, lots of energy, lots of great news. And great time, of course, for the podcast. Started out with Michael Chester from Valmail. Great conversation with Mike, culture, curry, and cybersecurity. A fascinating background. Really enjoyed talking with Mike. Matthias Zoomer was next. I really, Matthias got a great story, great interests, steakhouse, grit to cyber. Really great conversation. I got to spend more time with Matthias as well. Really entertaining, really fascinating and smart. He was a smart man. Chris Lord, of course, from Solus. Really great. We talked on the virtually before. It was great seeing him there. We had a great conversation from soccer fields to cyber front lines. Robin Robbins, a titan in our industry for a very long time. Recently announced the Kaseya acquisition. We talked, I say, from grit to growth, but we had a really long conversation, a great conversation. I've talked to her kind of in passing over the last 20, 25 years, but it's the first time we actually had a long conversation, and she reveals a lot. Fascinating backstory. I didn't know many things about her. Thank her for the time. Really enjoyed that conversation. Ryan Walsh from PAX 8. Of course, the big PAX 8 Beyond event was recently, and known Ryan from a distance for a while. We talked just kind of here and there, but a great conversation with Ryan. Leadership, discipline. His father's an NBA coach. X's and O's. Fascinating. Pete Bussum. I've known Pete for, my goodness, 20 years. Former MSP, former Navy's veteran. What he does now to help the veterans in a nonprofit. Really exciting. Really generous. Sales and marketing is what he does. He helped our MSP do it years ago. He does it now, much more automated, AI influenced. Pete Bussum from Equilibrium. Mike Sanka, Movilla, the CEO. Great conversation. Kiteboarding. Didn't know anything about it. But how he got into project management. What's the probability of the sun not coming up tomorrow? Nadav Shanker. Great conversation with Nadav. Smart man, family man, has had Vercom for, oh my goodness, I think it's like 30 years. Great conversation from scuba to securing email is the name of the title. I really enjoyed talking to Nadav. Scott Barlow. I've known Scott for, oh my goodness, since the Reflection days, so at least 15 years. First time, we had a conversation like this. He was fantastic. He knows what he's doing. He's my favorite geologist. I did not know he had a degree in geology. We take that right into Sophos, right into security. Great conversation with Scott. Thank him for that. Vicky Bruns, my goodness. I've known Vicky for a long time as well. Smart, engaging, rides horses. And for a long time, and I open with that and how it can help us about learning about how MSPs grow. Great conversation with Andreas Ambuehl. Great talking to Andreas at Net3. They're doing great things there in private cloud. We talked about football and baseball, kind of the upbringings, how team sport helps in helping teams and helping companies. Great conversation with Andreas. Stan, even off. The first time meeting Stan, of course, I know his partner or CEO, Anoop. They're at ThreatMate. They're doing incredible things with penetration, with pen tests, and automating them. And really great conversation. But we opened up with guitars. He likes guitars. He likes music, and we just go right from guitar riffs to red teams. And we ended it with Kessie Jepson. I've known Kessie for 5-6 years now. They're at Lenovo. Fascinating woman. She has a big farm, although she never was raised in a farm, but she has one now, makes her own items that she sells at farmers markets. We talk about that and talk about what Lenovo is doing now to help MSPs. Great 3 or 4 days there in Nashville at ChannelCon. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Hi, I'm Joey Pinz, and here's my 45-second introduction. After starting my business in the 90s, I started developing poor habits of eating in my diet because I was working way too much. Before you know it, I found myself 340 pounds. The doctor told me if I don't lose the weight, I'm not going to see my daughter graduate. Took the next 7 months, lost 130 pounds. People think there's some secret. Ask me, how'd you lose that weight? Like there's some secret. There is no secret. How'd I lose the weight? Just one word, discipline. I've had other successes in life, and I attribute them all to discipline. Now, I'm not the king of discipline, but I believe believe that it can help all of us. Friends, colleagues convinced me to start a podcast. The podcast mission: how do we better ourselves and society? I talk to interesting people in health, fitness, sport, wellness, business, technology, science, art, and culture. And I eventually ask them how discipline plays a role in their life. Podcast vision: growth through learning from others. That's the idea.
And I do have like ADD and I have trouble sitting still.
Dude, no problem. Just jump around.
I have to lock my chair in the office because I'll just
really?
I'll sit on a call and like
swivel?
spin and move and like do stuff. So this is going to be hard. And thankfully I have a wireless headset.
So you're not pulling on a cord?
I'll turn the camera off and walk around the room because I need to do something. But
have you always had a lot of energy?
Yeah, it's more, I don't know if it's energy or I just need to be like highly focused on something, and that kind of calms me. So I think just always doing something, like they give away stress balls here, and I have like a bucket of them because I'll just need to be doing something. So I get nervous if I have a mic in front of me. I'll do my best to stay as close as possible.
Ignore it. In this fast-paced MSP landscape, how do you stay ahead? Introducing MSPinfluencer.com, your ultimate hub for MSP news, insights, and community connection, powered by Forza Dash. More than 75,000 MSPs subscribe to our MSP Influencer Pulse weekly newsletter, staying informed and ahead of industry trends. Tune in to emerging podcasts from Joey Pinz and leading MSP voices, offering essential tips, powerful insights, and success stories. Explore our multi-authored blogs, crafted specifically for MSP leaders, delivering fresh perspectives and actionable strategies. Celebrate excellence with the industry-leading Forza Dash MSP Influencer Awards, recognizing innovation, leadership, and impact in the MSP community. Join thousands of MSP professionals who trust MSPinfluencer.com to grow their business and expand their networks. MSPinfluencer.com, where today's MSP leaders connect, collaborate, and conquer, all powered by the Forza Dash platform, helping MSP vendors work effectively with MSPs and helping MSPs grow. You know, you mentioned like golf, football, baseball, and pickleball. Very different. I mean, golf is a very kind of solitary.
Yeah.
Baseball and football is very team. Pickleball is a little of both.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So it's funny. I would say growing up, football and baseball were like number one.
Okay.
Like that's what I did. As I got older, have kids, I wish I could play more golf.
I say.
So I'd probably get out maybe like once a month. And then pickleball, just randomly, 3 other people in the office were like, we need something to do at lunch, just get some exercise.
Perfect.
So we got pickleball paddles, and it's probably been 2 years, and everyone plays just about every day.
Really?
And it is an absolute blast.
It's fun.
It beats your body up,
It
though.
does.
And
it does, yeah.
Recently, I took a break just because it was getting to the point where, like, everything hurt. Like,
really?
Like, knees started hurting. I had injuries from playing high school, college football.
Yeah.
And then like elbows started hurting, and I was like, I haven't had that before.
Whoa.
So I was like, okay, let's take a break and just go for a run or do something a little bit more easy on my body.
In football, you're a linebacker?
No, built like it, but
Yes,
I
I
actually played quarterback.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You right-handed?
I am right-handed.
Yeah.
So I was a good student of the game.
I say.
Never the best athlete, never the fastest, never the strongest, but just understood. And I think leadership-wise, too, I've always, I guess that's been a strength of mine.
And how as a quarterback, how conscious are you of the blind spot? I mean, you can't see anything from that side.
You can't see anything.
Because you're pivoting back to your right.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it's funny. It's something.
Or blind side, they say. Right?
Yeah. Someone's always coming.
Right.
So that's always in the back of your mind.
Get rid of it.
And you, through playing, you almost develop like a sense of what's coming.
Interesting.
And I don't know if it's just good peripheral vision or what it is, but like a lot of the time you feel, I don't know, you feel a presence coming and know to get the heck out of the way, or it's going to be a bad time for you. But no, that's an interesting question.
Yeah. I saw Peyton Manning spoke at one of these events, and everybody always asks him who's the toughest person to hit him, and he would tell the story how Ray Lewis would sack him and be right on top of him. Be right on top of him and in his face and say, "I'll be back in a minute."
that mental game, and it just
that they play.
That is a scary son of a gun standing across from you.
Yeah.
So just getting in your head, it's so powerful. Because I was listening to a podcast, and it was with Tom Brady, and somebody asked him who's the scariest person.
Sure.
Ray Lewis definitely
Isn't
came
that
up,
something?
and then it was just these big old defensive linemen that they're coming for you, ears pinned.
And they're big and they're fast.
So fast. And Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, not the best athletes in
That's
the world.
right.
They're
Good
not
point.
they're not fast enough
That's
to
right.
get out of the way.
No, they're not.
But it is using through repetition and just playing, using your smarts to combat that. I always found that fascinating because they're probably two of some of the best players ever.
Sure.
And neither of them will say they're the best athletes.
That's right. It's ironic.
So,
it's
really just being a student of the game, bringing your work back home with you, studying, and I think that translates to life as well.
Yeah.
Whether that be business, family, just always being curious, digging deeper, learning, consistently learning. I think that's just a huge value in life.
I played golf with a guy. He's got a lot of stories. I don't know how much is true, but he was saying that he grew up in Western Pennsylvania and near Dan Marino's, and his father would put Dan up against the wall and make him throw the ball off the wall. So he's always had like the quickest release.
Yeah.
And so he would make him do that.
Yeah.
So he didn't have time to kind of pull it back. And that taught him to quick release the ball.
Yeah.
It could be true.
It could be. I feel like it'd be a little uncomfortable,
It
but
definitely, and I guess that's the idea.
Yeah, but repetition.
Yeah.
It'd eventually feel
That'll
normal.
do it. Yeah. And in baseball, you're outfielder?
So I did not play. I played a little bit in high school, but I played early on, and I played just about everywhere. I always loved catching. And I think
quarterback, also a catcher.
And I
Makes sense.
think that goes into like the always having to do something.
Yes.
You're involved in every play because there was times standing in the outfield. At a young age, you're just like looking at butterflies and chasing your shadow.
Around,
yeah. So I think always being involved, pitching, catching, it just. I don't know, something about
that's
it.
true, yeah. Given your focus, but a catcher is the general. They're just they can see everything, and I played second base for a while, and I love the idea of 1 out, ball goes. I'm standing here, but what would throw me off, Andreas, is the shift.
Yeah.
That shift just messed. That all of a sudden I'm not second base anymore. I'm like a shortstop or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, playing middle infield, you're some of the best athletes on the field.
I
So
guess.
good for you.
You can move it around. Yeah. We're here in Nashville at GTIA. I keep on saying CompTIA. GTIA. What are some of your goals this week?
Really, so I'm with Net3 Technology.
Yeah.
We're a private cloud service provider. Been around for about 16 years. And we actually were direct to the end user. We were not channel focused, not MSP focused.
Shame on you.
I haven't been in technology my whole career.
Right.
I was in actually food distribution. Moved over to technology 4 years ago. And just speaking to end users, we have a business development team in house. Leads would come in, and found myself talking to more and more smaller MSPs, and they're like, oh, well, we're always evaluating new solutions. The MSP space is just innovative. You want to solve problems. You want to save time, save money. More and more conversations I had went to leadership and was like, hey, guys, there seems to be an avenue for working with MSPs. Like, have you guys ever thought of a channel program? And they were like, you know what, we've danced around the idea a few times, but never really went full steam ahead. And I would say February this year, I worked with a bunch of people in development, on the sales team, leadership, to kind of cultivate a channel program. And since February to, I guess we're almost in August.
Yeah, tomorrow.
So insane. This year went by so fast. But spent this year and kind of our full steam ahead on channel, which has been a blast. I've gone to a few events. This has been awesome. Did you go to the honky tonk?
Oh, last night was great.
It was fantastic.
It was great.
Late night.
Yes.
So I was struggling this morning a little bit, but
yes.
no, I mean the community here. Everyone's so welcoming and wants to make connections, and it's just been a blast so far.
Why do you like working with MSPs?
I would say I grew up in a family that my dad was a business owner for 30 plus years. I really enjoy talking to ownership. I think just based on growing up, seeing how hard my dad worked, how I guess the stress and the burden that just comes with running a business. I like the idea of being able to help those people. And really, I guess the openness to learning and new solutions. I've just had a blast talking and making sure that we can help. And another cool thing is because our channel program's so new, we really can pivot a lot. So we're leaning on kind of our partners. We've signed up 25 this year.
Nice.
Leaning on our partners to, I guess, shape moving forward what our program will look like.
Hey, Joey Pinz here. Want to take your podcast experience to the next level? I'm excited to invite you to become a YouTube member. It's the absolute best way to support the channel and enhance your connection. Join our amazing community and unlock the incredible perks, custom loyalty badges, exclusive emojis, and priority comment replies. Your voice will always stand out. Be the first to watch new videos with early access, receive special membership shoutouts, and get exclusive behind-the-scenes photos and updates. Dive into content available only to our members, special videos, deep dives, and insider perspectives. Engage directly with me. Suggest podcast topics you want to hear, and even get personalized video shoutouts. Hit the join button right now and become part of something special. Let's build this amazing community together. I can't wait to welcome you as a new member. Join the Joey Pinz family today.
When an MSP is looking to partner with someone in the private cloud area, what questions should they be asking?
So, interesting question. Number one is, I would say, what we've found is a lot of people are using Azure AWS for cloud infrastructure. We're a VMware-based cloud, so there's not a giant learning curve to using our cloud. So you're not reintroducing your techs to a whole new thing, and it kind of streamlined. They'll be familiar with how our portal operates, adding resources. We help with the migration. I would say a big question is, are we going to have to start completely over? And the answer is no. It's pretty one-to-one comparison on if you're familiar with VMware.
Very cool. And so what kind of MSP will you not work with, Andreas?
So because of our offering and the partners that we have, because we focus a lot in backup and disaster recovery, I have a partner here this week that they're in rural Ohio. Bandwidth is a huge issue. So cloud is kind of
interesting
out of the question. But because of that, they can leverage our buying power with our partners to provide backup and disaster recovery to their customers. So I would say most MSPs we do have a solution for, but I would say our kind of ideal customer profile is probably that like 10 to 25 employee MSP that can leverage our buying power and maybe save some money. All our support's in-house. And then I know billing is a giant issue for just about every MSP.
Yeah.
So I guess being a partner with a little bit of a boutique shop, you're talking to 1-2 people that can get it corrected. You're not going up a giant ladder to figure out what the heck's going on. When we talk to bigger MSPs that maybe have multiple sites in different states, typically not the best fit, but I mean, there's ways that you can leverage our private cloud, especially with the Broadcom purchase and VMware price going up. That's all baked into our offering.
Yeah, you said that.
So there's a lot of people that are coming up with a $110,000 renewal for VMware and aging hardware, and it's like, look, we can migrate to our cloud. You don't pay that renewal, and you stay VMware. So there's areas of opportunity for just about everyone.
Back when I had my MSP, backup and recovery was still some clients would push away.
Yeah.
But now it's actually necessary because of viruses, because of ransomware.
Right.
It's not just bringing back your company; it's bringing it back after it's been attacked.
100%. And I mean, this is just hit on, like, it's talked about too much. It's not if, it's when.
It's when, yeah.
But it's like, that's the truest statement.
Right.
I mean, we do business with a lot of city and local government, which I feel like I follow a few blogs and cities hit with ransomware. It feels like at least once a day. And I think there's a big idea that because I went direct to end user, I've had the conversations that MSPs are having. I've sold to maybe an IT director of an owner of a small and medium business. And somebody said something once, and is tech is cost, business is value.
Huh.
And I was like, that's fantastic. Like, sure, the technology needed to recover from ransomware, you will look at that as a cost. But when ransomware does hit and you have the ability to fail over and you have a few hours of downtime, the amount of money that saves you and really saves your business is invaluable.
Yeah. When I talk to MSPs every day, and what keeps you up at night, I ask them. And so it's been pretty consistent in the last 5 or 6 years.
Right.
One is security. They're worried if their clients get attacked.
Right.
How are they going to, they're going to have to allocate resources, their flat rate, they're going to lose money, they're probably going to get fired. They may even get sued.
Yeah.
That's number one. Two is human capital. They're worried about if their big techs leave, how they're going to replace them.
Right.
Unemployment in IT here in the States is 1%, just that talent. And then lastly is just general growth. Usually they're tech-led, these MSPs. They're not the best at sales and marketing.
Right.
PE has poured hundreds of millions of dollars in there. Their friends are selling their MSPs, and they got to learn how to organic growth.
Yeah.
It seems to be that Net3 could certainly help in the first one.
100%. Are you talking growth? Or
no, security.
Right.
Yeah.
Security, I think we can help with almost everything that keeps people up at night. But yeah, that protection and one thing that we do and we do really well is backup and disaster recovery. And we're not kind of an all or nothing shop. We work with you. We have a great team. We have a few sales engineers that architect every solution that gets sent out. And it might be 2 or 3 critical servers that you need disaster recovery on, and it doesn't have to be your whole environment. So there's a lot of cost savings there. And it's really just us doing a great job of getting an understanding of what your end users' goals are and finding a solution that fits their needs. So security is definitely a big one, and I think we can help on that business continuity side. I think the next one you said is human capital, and that's, the churn in tech is pretty crazy.
Sure is.
One thing that we do is we actually have a cloud managed solution. So we manage, monitor backups and everything. That's been really helpful in if you do lose a tech, we kind of take that daily management, monitoring, test restores, and we do that in-house, and you're white labeling that to your customers. So do understand that techs leave, and that's just a part of business. So leaning on a partner like us can kind of relieve some of the headache that you deal with on a day-to-day. And then the last one is growth, which is everyone's favorite topic, right? And probably the hardest thing to do. And being in sales, I can fully relate to that. One cool thing that we did, I guess maybe 2 months ago, is we realized that finding new partners is not the easiest. And changing is not fun. So because we are direct to the end user, and we still have hundreds of clients that just lean on us for backup and DR, we don't do any of the managed service. We don't touch networking. We don't do help desk. So what we've kind of come up with is, anyone that's looking to add a new partner, maybe for backup and disaster recovery or cloud infrastructure, we're matching 100% revenue of what's brought to us.
Wow.
So if you're billing, let's just say, make easy round numbers, $5,000 a month in Azure cloud infrastructure, and you move that to Net3, we'll deliver $5,000 of billable new customers to you. And that's just cloud services. So that's not, you're not boots on the ground. You're really just a support system for them. And I was talking to a current customer that is in this program right now, and we were able to transition one of our customers under his MSP. So he makes a percentage on the cloud services that we're providing, and he just texted me and he's like, I just got a signed agreement to be their full-blown MSP.
Wow.
So that fired me
That's
up.
really cool.
And I was like, that's just proof in the pudding that this 100% revenue match thing is going to work for people.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah. I mean, it's been awesome. We've done, I believe, 4 partners have taken advantage of this revenue match, and I think 3 right now have net new customers because of it. So early on, still working through it, but I think we're going to have a lot of success with that.
The advantages for an MSP going private or public cloud is what?
I would say support is going to be number one.
That's right. Yeah.
All our support is in-house with our engineers, 100% US based. We don't have that tiered system. You're not going up the ladder. You're talking to someone that's going to solve your problem.
Wow.
So if a support ticket comes through, something goes on, I think our SLA is 2 hours, but realistically, it's like you'll talk to someone within 5-10 minutes.
And where are your data centers?
So we have we co-locate in switch facilities. So there's one in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah,
those are real popular places, aren't they, for that kind of stuff? Lots of power.
Yeah, it's I mean, a data center is a data center, and it's loud and
sure.
hot and cold at the same time.
Hot and cold at the same time. You're right.
But I got to go to the one in Atlanta with our engineering team.
Yeah.
And it's mind blowing.
Is it really?
The redundancy, the security that they have, it's pretty cool. And then someone asked if I wanted to go back, and I was like, I think I get it.
What else is there to see? How is AI helping private cloud?
Very interesting that you brought that up. Been a really hot topic here. And I would say one cool thing that we're developing, and I'll probably get in trouble by my sales engineer for bringing this up.
Right.
It's an AI assessment tool. And what it does is you kind of input information from your environment, servers, VM, what hypervisor you're running, and then it will, I guess, run an assessment on what you should do to protect it. If it's just backup, if you need disaster recovery, it'll calculate how much downtime would cost your business.
Wow.
It gives you a networking diagram, a disaster recovery playbook, and it's really, it's in the early stages, so that's why.
Sure.
But that's definitely something that I'm excited about to kind of bring to MSPs that can help them. I guess the hardest part is selling to the end user.
Right.
And you brought this up earlier where you want to cover all your bases, but they might find it too expensive. And it's like, look, I think you should have X, Y, and Z when they only want to pay for X.
Interesting.
So I think that's a tool that's going to help an MSP maybe go to their client and say, look, it lines out exactly how much downtime would cost you, exactly how your network diagram, what a disaster would look like, and how we would recover from that. And I think that'll be a powerful tool that we'll use moving forward for our partners.
What's common pushback, Andreas, from MSPs about going with private cloud?
Yeah, I would say number one is the pain of moving. If you're with a big VAR, you're getting Microsoft licensing, you're getting your EDR from them, you're getting your backup from them. And some of the times it just doesn't make sense to switch one solution. And I do get that. I mean, consolidation and I guess having everything in one place and one throat to choke in a sense can be beneficial. But I would say from our perspective, that's where the revenue match came in. and they're like, look, we understand that this might be a big lift and shift, but we want to be a valuable partner moving forward, and not, I know everyone says that, but really put some oomph behind it and be that partner for MSPs.
Yeah, I could see how that could be. They've already set there, and they're already getting their licensing there.
Right.
Yeah, you have to overcome that. Yeah. That's, and you solve that for that by saying, here's some examples of what others are doing, and, right, and here's some great ways to do that, and it's cost effective, and it's better, like you said, the support.
Yeah, and really, I would say price. I won't say what VAR they were going for, but I mean, just like an apples comparison, I know one of our partners saved about 18% on just backup licensing moving with us. So I think you hear private cloud and you might think cost is going to be a prohibiting factor. But between cloud infrastructure, backup, and disaster recovery, we do see cost savings typically.
So I don't know if I told you this, Andreas. So I started my MSP in the 90s.
Okay.
And I was working way too hard. And I was in my 20s. And I was working 14, 16-hour days. You know, stranger to this.
Yeah.
And I was putting my health in the back seat. I wasn't playing, soccer anymore. I was cutting way back on that stuff, working way too hard.
Yeah.
In front of the doctor. She tells me I'm at 340 pounds. So I'd gained all this terrible, terrible weight. She says, if you don't lose this weight, you're not going to see your daughter graduate. Scared the life out of me.
Yeah.
I can abuse me all I want, right? But I have got this family now.
100%.
So spent the next, I'm driving home punching the steering wheel. It's my pie hole. I did this, right?
Yeah.
I can't blame anybody.
Right.
I can't blame fast food. I can't blame, this is me.
Yeah.
I did this. I can't blame the soda, So I spent the next 6-7 months, lost about 120 pounds, kept it off. So you can't look at it as a finishing line. These are lifelong changes, right?
Yeah.
Kept it off. I tell this to people. They say, "What's your secret?" And there's no secret, man. Discipline. That's how I do it. I believe it's a spectrum of, routine and focus. How does discipline play a role in your life?
That's a great question. Have you read the book Discipline Equals Freedom?
I have, of course, Mr. Jocko.
Yep.
Willie. Yeah.
I think there's so much truth behind that. First off, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I wasn't up to 340 pounds, but I think the heaviest was right after I stopped playing sports, and I was about 280.
Wow. What are you now?
About 225.
Yeah, okay.
But
solid. Yes.
But I should be a little bit lighter.
Is that right?
But yeah, when you have young kids at home, and to your point, like I do take accountability for it, but you put it on the back burner.
You do.
And you almost need that light bulb moment where I can't imagine having a daughter and a son at home and one on the way,
right?
Not being able to see them grow up. So discipline, nobody wants to put that work in.
Right.
And it's hard waking up in the morning at 5 a.m. and putting your shoes on and looking down and actually going for a run. But it's funny, and me and my wife talk about this quite a bit, is you're never mad after you put in the work. You might struggle starting, but after you get out of the gym, after you do whatever, you never regret starting. And I think that equates to family life, that equates to business. Cold calling is one of the roughest things.
I did do it for a long time.
And just picking up the phone and doing it, and that's the same as going for a 2-mile run in the morning. I mean, just picking up the phone and start calling.
Yeah.
But keeping yourself accountable, setting goals, and the only way that you accomplish that is with radical discipline.
Yeah. It really is. Yeah. Yeah, so I ask everybody this question, and there's never a wrong answer, but it's just amazing how just doing the stuff you don't want to do.
And I think that's vital to just
getting
life.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like I started playing golf at 30.
Oh God.
I never swung a club before then.
Yeah.
Started playing pickleball at 30.
Yeah.
And it's like struggling, but taking those steps to get a little better.
Yes.
There's something about that that's just finding that is so important.
Want to show your love for discipline, inspiration, and the Joey Pinz podcast? Now's your chance. Introducing the brand new Joey Pinz merch store, where style meets discipline. Choose from premium apparel, cozy hoodies, stylish hats, durable bags, and your new favorite coffee mug, all featuring the iconic Joey Pinz logo. Perfect for podcast fans, discipline enthusiasts, or as unique gifts for friends and family. Every purchase supports the Joey Pinz Discipline Conversations podcast, helping us continue to inspire greatness and promote positive change. Visit joeypinz.com/store today and wear your discipline proudly. Joey Pinz merch. Wear it, share it, and live it.
And I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It drives me insane, but
I always try to talk people out of golf. And I play, and it's incredible. You see these great. I only started playing the last 15 years or so, but you see these great athletes at their sports, and then just be humbled.
Yeah.
By golf.
Yeah.
I mean, it brings you to your knees and keep you up at night. I try to talk people out. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
That it is.
You know, and it's
time commitment.
But I can't. I'm over. I'm bitten. I don't play for too long. I get the shakes.
100%.
You know. God, I appreciate your time. Anybody watching or listening, how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah. So Net3 Technology. You can Google us. Our channel program is. I think there's a link that you can click on to book a meeting. I'm on LinkedIn. Andreas Ambuehl. Would love to talk about this, and even if you have questions about that revenue match program, how we do it, we've heard, why wouldn't I just do this in house? And it's like, well, we have a pretty kick-ass team at Net3, the business development team that generates probably on average like 8 to 10 leads a week.
Wow!
So we have a ton of conversations. We don't have partners everywhere. There's some areas that we're missing. So I think there's a fit for just about anyone to do business together and see a lot of success.
Thanks so much for your time, man.
I appreciate
nice seeing
it,
you
sir.
face to face.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening and or viewing Joey Pinz Discipline Conversations. Please share this episode with one or two of your friends who you think may benefit from the episode. Our website, www.joeypinz.com. There you'll find lots of resources, and you could join our mailing list. Please follow us on all our social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Podcast information, the video version of our podcast is on YouTube. Please subscribe. Audio is on all major podcasting platforms. Please follow them. And if you like it, please consider giving 5-star rating. Would really appreciate that. Thank you again for listening or watching Joey Pinz Discipline Conversations.